Yo, history nerds! Ever notice how one idiot can ruin everything for the rest of us?
Like, millions are being responsible, and then that guy shows up.
Today, 10 times someone's stupidity got something banned for everyone.
Buckle up, because some of these are absolutely wild. Number 10. Vandieri Parisal, the 1980s. The era of questionable parenting and dangerous toys. Meet lawn darts. Hornet. Oversized darts with metal spikes that you threw high into the air. Someone literally thought, you know what kids need? Airborne spears. And it got approved. The physics? 12 inches long, heavy metal tips, falling at 23 miles per hour. Basically a medieval weapon disguised as a game for Timmy's birthday. Who thought this was safe? Probably the same people who put lead in paint. Between 78 and 86, over 6,000 emergency room visits were reported. Insane. David didn't just grieve.
Neck, good, saxig pascat biurondes.
He fought the Consumer Product Safety Commission for a ban.
December 1988, federal ban issued. No more sales. Lawn darts were done.
So technically, one company ruined it by thinking weaponized games were genius.
Now we have bean bags. Toys that don't double as medieval siege equipment.
Thanks, 80s toy designers. Hoiko. Real bang-up job on that one. Literally.
Lawn darts, banned since 1988. And honestly, good riddance. Coming up at number 9, another brilliant idea that went horribly wrong.
This one is gonna blow your mind, because it's something that's still banned in America right now. Whew.
Meet the Kinder Surprise Egg, a chocolate egg with a toy inside. Sounds innocent, right? Wrong.
This Italian candy has been illegal in the US since 1938. Oh, yeah, you heard that right.
The 1938 Food and Drug Act made it illegal to sell any food with a non-edible object inside. The problem? A hard plastic capsule inside the chocolate containing a tiny toy. Before you say, just don't choke, let me tell you, the government does not play around with hazards. Customs agents seize thousands of these at the border. Ooh, people smuggle chocolate like it's contraband.
In 2011 alone, over 60,000 eggs were confiscated. That's 160 eggs per day.
In 2012, a Seattle man got hit with a $2,500 fine for bringing a couple across the border. $2,500 for chocolate? Oh, that's $500 per egg. Bro could have bought a whole PlayStation. Here's why. Between 1973 and 2015, 10 children worldwide died from choking on the toy parts. So the FDA's position is, it's not worth the risk. And honestly, you can't argue with that logic. America does have Kinder Joy. Ooh, the difference? The toy is in a separate compartment, not inside the chocolate. So you can't accidentally bite into plastic. For once, the FDA was like, okay, that we can approve. But the original Kinder Surprise? Still banned, and probably will be forever. So Europeans enjoy their treats, while Americans can only watch like it's forbidden fruit. Try to smuggle them? Congrats, you're a chocolate criminal. Hope those tiny toys were worth it. Kinder Surprise, banned since 1938 because the government cares about your kids not choking. Up next, number 8, a technology way ahead of its time, but way too dangerous. Number 8 takes us back to the 90s.
The golden age of questionable school trends. Picture 1990. You walk into school, and everyone is slapping metal bands onto their wrists. Slap bracelets. Metal strips covered in fabric that curled when you hit them. Invented in 1983 by a shop teacher named Stuart Anders, using measuring tape and fabric. You slap it, kinetic energy curls the metal, and boom, instant bracelet. Kids went insane. By 1990, these were everywhere. Toy stores couldn't keep them stocked. But then kids started doing dumb stuff. Slapping each other. Harder. Competitive slapping. Here's the problem. The fabric would tear, exposing razor-sharp metal edges underneath. It could slice skin like a can opener. School nurses saw cuts, bruises, and deep gashes. Schools were like, wait, we let kids bring weapons disguised as jewelry? Not the best call. By late 1991, schools across America banned them. New York, California, Florida, everyone said nope. The media called it a dangerous fad. Public enemy #1 on the news. It wasn't just kids. Meet Hudgens. Cheap knockoffs used thinner metal and weaker fabric to cut costs. Quality control vanished. Knockoffs flooded the market, making them even more dangerous.
The original was safe, but the cheap 1992 versions? Total garbage hitting the shelves.
So schools banned them. Parents threw them out. By 1993, the craze was officially dead. Today, you can buy safe versions, but they're nowhere near as popular as the originals. Slap bracelets, killed by cheap manufacturing and overexcited kids. A true 90s icon. Banned in most schools between 91 and 93. Whoa! Pour one out for your inner third grader. Up next, #7. A drink so dangerous, the government had to step in. #7 is a legendary drink that was so insanely dangerous. The FDA basically said, yeah, this needs to stop. Eat for Loko. That go. The drink that college students in the late 2000s called Blackout in a can.
Liquid cocaine, and instant bad decisions.
This thing launched in 2005, created by 3 dudes fresh out of Ohio State University. Their business plan? Maximum chaos in a 23-ounce can. Here's what was in the original formula. 12% alcohol, that's like 4 beers. Plus the caffeine equivalent of 4 to 5 cups of coffee. Problem? Bugs. Oh. Alcohol is a depressant. Caffeine is a stimulant.
Your body gets super confused signals, and your brain can't tell how drunk you actually are.
So you feel wide awake and energized while being absolutely hammered. It's like your brain's check engine light is broken while you're driving off a cliff. By 2008, Four Loko was the drink of choice at college parties nationwide.
Kids were slamming these like soda, not realizing they were drinking liquid regret.
And then the hospitalizations started rolling in. We're talking alcohol poisoning, heart palpitations, seizures. Emergency rooms were seeing cases every weekend.
By 2010, the media was all over it. Local news, national news.
Everyone was reporting on 4 Loko-related hospitalizations and the dangers of caffeinated alcohol.
But the incident that really changed everything? That happened in October 2010
At Central Washington University, and it was bad. Roslyn, Washington, October 9th, 2010. A group of college students threw a house party,
and 4 Loko was flowing like water.
By the end of the night, 9 students were hospitalized with severe alcohol poisoning.
blood alcohol levels between 0.23 and 0.35. That's near fatal territory.
Thankfully, all 9 students survived. Whirl. But this incident made national headlines.
It put 4 Loko directly in the government's crosshairs. Within weeks, the FDA launched investigations. On November 17, 2010, the FDA issued warning letters to 4 Loko's parent company.
The message was clear. Caffeine added to alcohol is an unsafe food additive, making the products illegal. Translation: remove the caffeine or we're shutting you down. It wasn't optional. States didn't wait. Washington, Michigan, New York. By December, nearly a dozen states had bans. Fusion projects caved. No bones. They announced they'd reformulate and remove the caffeine, taurine, and guarana. By December 2010, the new Safe 4 Loko hit shelves. Just regular booze in a flashy can.
College kids were devastated. But now it's just regular alcohol. Yeah, buddy, that was the point. Original 4 Loko, banned because 3 grads invented a drink that made vodka Red Bulls look responsible. Next at number 6, a vehicle feature that seemed genius until people started dying.
Number 6 is straight-up corporate negligence that killed actual people.
Yeah, it involves exploding cars.
Meet the Ford Pinto. Launched in 1971 as Ford's answer to cheap, fuel-efficient imports. It was small, affordable, and looked kinda cute. Ford was rushing to compete with Japanese imports like the Toyota Corolla. They wanted the Pinto designed, built, and on dealer lots in under 2 years. Normally, car development takes 3 to 4 years. Ford did it in 25 months. Speed over safety became the motto, and that's where things went sideways. Here's the problem. To save costs and maximize trunk space, Ford put the gas tank right behind the rear axle, barely 8 inches from the bumper. When another car rear-ended the Pinto at over 21 miles per hour. The tank would get crushed and punctured by the differential bolts sticking out.
Punctured gas tank plus sparks from the collision equals. Yeah!
The car would literally burst into flames, with people still trapped inside.
This wasn't theoretical. Between 1971 and 1978, an estimated 27 people died in Pinto fire crashes.
Dozens more suffered severe burns and life-altering injuries. Families were destroyed. Ford knew about the problem before the car even hit dealerships.
Internal memos from 1970 show Ford engineers discovered the fuel tank issue. They knew! And they did nothing.
Why? Because Ford did a cost-benefit analysis and decided that paying lawsuits was cheaper than fixing the design. The fix would have cost $11 per car, about $137 million total. Ford estimated lawsuit payouts at $49 million. They chose the cheaper option.
They literally calculated that human lives were worth less than the cost of a rubber bladder and protective shielding.
Peak corporate evil right there.
One of the most infamous cases. May 28, 1972, Lily Gray and 13-year-old Richard Grimshaw were driving near San Bernardino.
They got rear-ended.
And don't see the sassalones.
The car exploded. Lily Gray died.
Richard Grimshaw survived but suffered burns over 90% of his body. 90%! Richard underwent years of surgeries and lived with those scars his entire life. Ford knew this could happen.
In 1978, Grimshaw sued. The jury awarded him $2.8 million in damages and $125 million in punitive damages.
That punitive number sent shockwaves through the industry. Ford's internal memos became public. On June 9, 1978, Ford finally issued a recall for 1.5 million Pintos and Mercury Bobcats.
It only took them 7 years and 27 deaths to admit there was a problem.
The Pinto scandal changed regulations forever. Modern cars have reinforced fuel systems because of cases like this. Coming up at number 5, a food additive that seemed harmless until science said otherwise.
Number 5. Oh, what? Blades. Cyclamates. The reason your diet soda tastes like straight-up regret? Back in the 60s, this stuff was the king of sugar-free vibes. It was 30 times sweeter than sugar with zero aftertaste. A total miracle. Then came 1969, the year the party ended for soda lovers. Scientists wanted to test it, so they found some lab rats and went ham. And by ham, I mean they fed these rats an insane amount of sweetener.
Like 500 diet sodas a day. For a tiny rat, bro.
500 cans. Who even has the time for that?
Shocker, the rats got sick because that diet is literally a death sentence. Even though the dose was fake, the FDA panicked. They banned it overnight. The whole industry went into a tailspin. People were losing their minds. Plot twist. Parents 40 searching brown pets. Science later proved the study was totally flawed.
It's legal in Europe and Canada right now. They're sipping on the good stuff.
In America? Wow, the ban is still alive. Rip to our taste buds. All because some thirsty rats had a rough 1969. Ready for number 4? It involves a skyscraper that almost deleted a city. Number 4. New York Citigroup Center. The tower that almost ate Manhattan. It was 1977. This sleek tower went up, looking all futuristic and cool. But check the base. It sat on weird stilts, not solid corners. Red flag, bro.
The engineer, Le Messurier, thought he was a total genius. He only calculated for winds hitting the building straight on. 90 degrees only.
He totally forgot about diagonal winds. You know, the kind that actually exist.
This mistake meant the whole tower could tilt and collapse in a storm.
And a random student doing a thesis actually found the flaw. Kids saved Manhattan.
Turns out, one big hurricane would literally knock the building over. Rip. Le Mesurier had to call the boss. Imagine that "I messed up" call, bro.
Shh, they secretly welded steel plates over the joints at night.
They finished just as a hurricane was hitting the coast. Whew, talk about clutch.
The guy took full blame. He could have lied, but he chose respect.
This nightmare led to way stricter building codes for every skyscraper since.
Ready for number 3?
It's a food craze that got banned for being too hype.
Number 3. Absinthe. They called it the Green Fairy. Artists loved this green drink. It was pure hype back then. But rumors spread. People said it caused wild hallucinations.
Then came 1905, a dark year for the fairy. A guy named Jean Lanfray committed a crime after drinking. Media blamed the absinthe, ignored the tons of wine he drank.
Switzerland banned it first. Then France. Everyone panicked, bro.
In 1912, America banned the Green Fairy for good. They claimed a chemical inside was a deadly poison.
Woo! Plot twist. It was just high-proof alcohol. No magic fairy.
The ban lasted almost 100 years in the States. Not legal again until 2007.
Woo! What a wait!
Now it's back, but the scary legend still lives on.
All because one guy couldn't handle his liquor in the 1900s.
Ready for number 2? It's a toy that got banned by spies. Number 2. Pinto? The Furby, the toy that terrified actual spies. 1998. Furbies were the hottest gift on the planet.
Kids loved them, but the NSA? They saw a furry traitor.
In 1989, the NSA officially banned Furbies from their offices. Why?
Oh. Yeah, they thought the toy was recording top secrets. They literally thought this fuzzy egg was a high-tech bug. Internal memos warned Furbies might repeat national security secrets. The truth? Furbies don't even have microphones. They can't record.
They just have random pre-recorded phrases. It's all coincidence, bro.
NSA didn't care.
Access denied.
No Furbies allowed.
Security first, bro.
Imagine being a top spy and fearing a toy. Peak comedy. All because someone at the top didn't read the manual. Ready for number 1? It's the most famous ban ever. Number 1. That one the sideway flight. The reason you have to take your shoes off at the airport. December 21st, 2001. A flight from Paris to Miami.
Mid-flight, Reed tried to light a fuse inside his high-top sneaker. Hidden inside was enough explosive material to bring down the whole plane.
Luckily, passengers smelled the match and tackled him before he could do it. Because of this one idiot, the TSA panicked and changed the rules instantly. Oh no.
Now, millions of people have to show their socks to security every single day.
It's been over 20 years, and we're still doing the shoe shuffle.
One guy's failed plan, and now the whole world has cold feet. Literally. So next time you're at security, remember Richard. He's the reason for the struggle.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more history roasting.